Hey there, this is Kim at the Longhorn Channel, and I'm down in our southern pasture where we've got some of our trophy steer prospects down here to feed and water. And you know what? You just never know what you're gonna find, what you gotta deal with. Today, it's this. So we're gonna get him unattached and let out, and the funny thing is that you got to have the specific combination of horns and jaw and head turns. They can get their noses through amazing things, their heads and horns, and just can't get them out sometimes. So see you later. So you can see he's fine. The trick is to get both of the horns through the fence, which means his head needs to be tilted up a little bit, and then once they're through the fence, twist his head so that the jaw bones don't go up and down, but from side to side. His head is skinnier than it is tall. Like I said, they can get their heads through things pretty easily, and it's just a matter of getting them out. We've got plenty of experience doing this because show cows will do that a lot. So it's just a matter of maneuvering him the right way. Anyway, happy ending. Thank you for joining me, and maybe we'll get some other less traumatic cow video pieces out today. So I'm thinking that this video is going to be helpful tips and tricks. Anyway, right here what we're looking at is a hay ring. Some people use them, some people don't. We do use them. We had friends that have had issues with them, and so they do not use them. But anyway, this one's a metal ring, which keeps the hay in better than that plastic ring over there. But, well, they seem to last about the same time I get, the same amount. The metal rings, the bolts will come undone. And in fact, I see one that's undone right now. Always a good thing to have extra bolts. Plastic ring, not so much, although cows get trapped in the plastic ring. A lot of times we'll actually take the top bar off so they can hop on out once they get in. And again, with the same thing with the fence panels, it's the same deal. They can get in, but can't figure out how to get out. Anyway, so with this, these are the tips and tricks. In a hot day, hot sunny day, the top of the ring will be very hot. So careful you don't burn yourself or put your cheek onto the bare metal that's been in the sun. Actually, the painted part is a lot less hot than the bare part, and when you got old hay in here, like in your ring like you do here, the thing you want to do is get it up a little bit, otherwise it's just kind of cemented in there. And so I found an area I could get my fingers under and lift it up just a little bit from the bottom. If you try lifting it from the top, you don't have as good a leverage or an angle. So you want your power moves to get it off of that packed in hay debris. You lift it from the bottom, you get it just a little bit up. You can see where it's resting on the edge of the old hay here. And at this point I can go ahead and tip it over. But I think we're going to put our next bale here. We had quite a bit of rain over the last week, thank goodness. So this pasture, this pen, typically gets pretty muddy. So it should be good, but I don't want to be backing up to that area there. That'd be a way to get stranded pretty fast. So we'll see if I come up with any other tips and tricks to use for your cows. Well, if you have a leak-free system, then putting your water supply, your tanks on a time system is handy. But I don't mind coming out and seeing these guys because they're awful stinking adorable. Hi, are you getting into bad habits already? Oops, sorry. Bad habits? Yeah. Figure out how to get your head out of there. That'll be a good skill to have. Well, hi, cutie patootie. Hi, cutie. Oh yeah, the dumb steer that just got his head caught. He is still available. We're having our 4th of July sale still going on till this Sunday. And he would be happiest and is discounted for that if you bought both of those steers, him and his brother. Because cows are herd animals. They'd be very upset if there was just one of them. But a pair of steers is the easiest thing you can do if you wanted pasture ornamentation. They're not going to go traveling to find love. They'll be happy just to eat and grow and be beautiful as long as they got their best buddy with them. So, are they useful? Well, I suppose you could eat them after a while, but I would imagine that by that point, you're too attached. There's Gray, appreciating the new hay. So going back to tips and tricks. Sorry, just got, these things are heavy. It's always a good idea to go around and tighten any of the bolts that you got, and that way the chances of you losing them are a lot smaller. And although if you lose them, all it is a pain in the butt. Your hay ring is operational with not both of them missing, but just one. But it gets a lot harder to control. And there's Pie, also a front runner at the hay. Oh, and paintbrush. One of the things that as Longhorn breeders we're really feel strongly about is to always get your wrap off. I know a lot of people with commercial cows feed them with the wrap on, and yeah, it's a pain in the butt to get off. And sometimes you can't get all of it off if it's like stuck underneath the bale and you can't really roll it off. Then you'll have a layer, and it takes a lot more cutting effort to get it off of the top, and then you still have some down underneath. But they'll eat the plastic wrap. They'll eat plastic bags. They'll eat all kinds of things that are not good for them. And the problem with this plastic wrap is it does not digest. It compacts. And so they'll end up having, a bunch of it in their stomachs, and it'll cause blockage, and then they will die. And I guess the commercial producers don't worry about it as much because, you know, they're not putting 10 years worth of net wrap into their animals. The animals are either been producing or being eaten by then. But Longhorns can produce into their late teens. So we'd rather not cause them an early death because we're being lazy. Happy cows. So it still keeps the hay in pretty good. But if they were to step in it, they could get out. And if they were to catch something in it, it's pretty darn flexible. So, so it's safer that way than your regular ring. It's a little bit harder to roll to a new position with the top ring being gone, but it's certainly doable. And it doesn't catch the wind. You should see some of those metal ones when you're either pushing against the wind or even worse with the wind. It can blow pretty good. Oh, and these don't get too hot, so you don't have to wear gloves to handle them. Pretty nice. Cows are happy. They are a beautiful sight. Back to tips and tricks. So, did I turn off the water is one of the most important things that one asks themselves as they have left the pasture. The other thing, of course, is did I shut the gate or did I latch the back gate of the trailer? But did I turn off the water? And some people have come up with ideas having a like a hair scrunchie or a plastic wrist thing so that you have something to do specifically that is a visual aid to see if you turned off the water or not. And what we're doing here is hanging up a golf towel when I turn on the water. It's a pretty gross one. Got it as a it's red. It's very easy to see. Just hang it up there and I turn on the water. And the pump's working, you can hear that. And then if I'm driving around in the pasture, I'll be able to see that my towel's up. And that'll remind me, excuse me, to turn off the water. So, I don't use it all the time, but I have been trying to make it a habit, and it hasn't saved me yet, but I haven't messed up with the water yet either since doing this. Lots of pretty little heifer. Oh. Her mama just snuck up behind me. Hello, Nova. That's my girl. Alright, stop sneaking. It's what, I don't know. You don't have to stop sneaking. You're sweet. Sweet girl. So, what I started videoing for is one of the cool things is you find teeth in the pasture. And there we go. So, 2-year-old cows will lose their teeth. Those are the baby teeth. And this is what they look like. So we've got a good collection of them going. Sometimes they're hard to find. And, wow, look at that. So I know it's not much, and they do have a pond, so we don't need these things to be full. But we've been having problems with our water pump lately. And in fact, to that last video when I was filming in the rain, hello, sneaker. Sitting there waiting for that tank to fill. Staying there, and as it turns out, the pump had switched off. And I didn't even notice it. So, the problem that we're having is the pressure switch is getting dirty, I guess. That's not the mama. Pressure switch is getting dirty, and so... Oh, here's another tip and trick. You can give it a tap. I guess for mechanics it would be a tap. For regular people it would be a gentle whack. And that'll often, I don't know, jiggle it enough so that the connections are made. But in all likelihood, I'm going to have to go in there in not too distant future and clean out the connections. So we have water when we need it. Huh? You're such a greedy girl. Nova. Gotta go get the steer some hay. That's the hay. Love y'all. Thanks for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.